here is our culprit. We're pulling it apart. We tore up quite a bit of stuff whenever this happened. It tore up the cam. This engine is a very interference engine, so it bent some valves. The cam was the main thing. It broke a cam cap, so that had to be replaced and line bored. The main thing was the cam took a while to get, and comp cams made a cam for it, failed quality control, which is a good thing because they actually did quality control to figure out it wasn't good. And then they had to make another cam, which took a long time. That's why the car's been down so long. So, give you a quick tutorial on how to lock out Coyote cams. It's not as scary as you think. And put this thing together. Today, we are going to be doing the scariest thing on a Coyote engine, what everyone's scared of, lockouts. And TDC of that cylinder, we're going to use this little guy. So this is a spark plug socket, but it will thread in and out. That way, you can run it all the way around, find one side, all the way back around, find the other side, and then you're going to want the same number on both sides. Therefore, zero would be top dead center of that cylinder. I'm going to show you how to do it. In there, ran all the way down. We're going to start rolling. And you're going to have compression. So, right on 14. All right, let's roll it back around the other way. Right on 15. So we would need to move it half of a degree in order to get our actual number. And that would be top dead center, because zero, if it's 15 degrees on this side and then 14 degrees on this side, that would mean the top of the piston would be right around zero. So we have our wheel set at TDC for the first cylinder. We have our solid lifters in there. Can't do it with hydraulic. You can do it with hydraulic, but you have to know how much it squishes, basically. And right now, we are on this first rock arm. So now what we're going to do is, we're going to go to the peak of the cam. So we're going to go, see if we're going the right way. You see how it just swapped over? Right there. Still going the same way. All right, so that is the peak of the cam. Right there. So we're gonna go ahead and zero this out. Now, we are going to go counterclockwise, 150 thou. See how the gauge just moved? We're hitting something. Now the reason we go 150 thou counterclockwise is because the chains are directional. So if you do not go 100 thou over, you're gonna have chain slack in there. Now we want 50 thou on the dot. Perfect. All right, now we have, this is just a piece of filler rod for welding. That would be 131. Roll it to the other 50 thou. That would be 77 3/4. I'm gonna add those two, which would be
208.75. Divide that by 2. That's going to be 104. Point, say 35 or 375 or something like that. So that would be our actual cam degree right there. But it is very important the order that you go in. You always want to start with your exhaust first, then do your intake. The reason that is, you're timing everything back to the crank. So this is the first thing that's going to be affected by the crank. Now this ties into the intake cam. Therefore, you have to start here because your adjustments here, if you were to do this one first, would also adjust this one. But since you do this one first, everything's timed back to the crank. Whoops. Well, there are some things missing. Did some relocating, some work on the firewall. Got the engine back together with some special goodies from Fast Forward Race engines. And our Precision 6870 Gen 2 turbos. We are just about ready to go racing again.